bitch going. Let's get this bitch going. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Actors Lounge podcast. With me always is
Lamar Finesse.
And I'm Shane Nicholas. Lamar, take it away with the disclaimer.
Please, disclaimer, no children, no babies. Get the fuck out of here. You're not welcome. Leave. Thank you very much. Grown folks only. Let's go.
So today we have an exciting episode. We get to talk about films you may not so know about.
Yes, this is our movies you don't know episode.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, we're going to talk about an awesome movie. We're going to try and talk about movies that you might kind of sort of know to ones that you definitely don't fucking know. So this one's Blue Valentine, one of my favorites. It's about a guy named Ryan Gosling that when he's younger falls in love with some girl who's like pretty sexually active. And ends up being pregnant, doesn't know by who, so she kind of latches on to Ryan Gosling's character. Yeah, it's kind of one of those stories. And at first they're like so in love, everything's great, they're so cool.
Typical.
And then later, you know, their relationship, you start kind of seeing it fall apart. So it's called Blue Valentine. So Michelle Williams is in it.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
She's incredible. And this is from the director that did a movie, for those of you that, another one you probably don't know, Light Between Oceans or A Place Beyond the Pines, which if you don't know that movie, fuck you. That is such, oh my god, Place Beyond the Pines is so incredible. But Blue Valentine was really fucking sad. Really fucking sad.
I'm guessing it's late 90s, early 2000s.
It's 2010.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about 10 years
So they're
old.
adults.
Yeah,
Okay.
so not long ago. Well, long ago, but not too long ago.
Yeah.
Not like crazy long ago. But I loved it. It was a really interesting way they directed it. They actually had to live together. So Michelle Williams and Ryan Gosling lived together, which is cool. So they rented a house and just live here, which is I like that kind of approach, because with film you get rehearsal time, but then you don't. Like with theater, the entire time you're in the studio, you're fucking rehearsing. Mm-hmm. It's non-stop, boom, 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 looking for bits, figuring it out, talking about characterization, things like that. You're literally listening to hammers and people building sets, and you're sitting there like, oh, pouring your heart out and shit. You know, with film, it's not like that. When you get there, it's pretty much set. Like a lot of times, it's filmed on location, unless you're on a set. That's
so
whatever.
You go there already with the work.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You know, you're pretty much memorized. You do some kind of rehearsal. Mm-hmm. They have what's called I know you're familiar with this, a table read. We did one. Yeah, we did one with dinosaurs with guns. So, you know, they do the table read, that kind of thing. But I love the approach when they had to live together throughout the production. Because why not? They had to have, like, this close, gritty kind of relationship. And the performances, in my opinion. If you haven't seen it, please, Lamar, check it out. But the performances in it, fucking incredible. Like, Ryan Gosling was on a whole new level. He was very internalized. Very, very internalized. And he plays a guy that just drinks a lot. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah. He drinks all the time. He, smokes, like, chain smokes cigarettes and shit.
Does it take place in 2010?
So time and place isn't specific that I remember, which is kind of cool. So it's definitely not contemporary, but it's definitely not like a period piece either. So it's relatable to current times, but there's not like a specific kind of cell phone that you see or a specific kind of building or something to identify whatever. I think they mentioned location. It's on. There's a scene on a bridge that's in New York, or it's either in New York or Chicago. I'm pretty sure it's in New York. So that is kind of telling of it, like where it's at. But outside of that, the time isn't really what I liked relevant. It wasn't relevant. So it was like, we don't really care about what time it is. You can see the sun, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter where you are. You can see like a road. Mm-hmm. So I love the idea of it not being too specific on those kinds of details, because it's not like an historic piece. It's not something where those details are important, so they were essentially eliminated with the exception of some minor details. But overall, I loved it. It was an awesome movie. So if you haven't seen Blue Valentine,
those are good actors.
Yeah, definitely. Gosling's now at the time I think he only had one Oscar nomination for Full Nelson, which I should have put that bitch on there. I'm gonna talk about it later. We'll talk about Full Nelson later. But he got nominated for Full Nelson, which is kind of an independent-ish film. I think Anthony Mackie was in that shit too. You know how I feel about Anthony Mackie.
Yeah,
sexy man. Okay, actor. Anyway,
shit person.
Yeah. That sucks, because he seems like kind of cool, like on film. Not exactly, the best. Whatever. All right, next. What do you got?
Now that you said Blue Valentine. It reminded me of Blue Velvet. If you guys know, I don't know if that's super. It is. It probably was super famous for the time, but to the younger generations, I'm sure they don't know what the fuck that is.
Not a clue.
Because I didn't. I saw it at the library like 10 years ago, and I was like, oh my god, this is so weird and good acting and
it's in my collection.
Strange. Laura Dern is in it. She's great.
Dennis Hopper.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She was so good.
Who was her lead in that? Her male.
Yeah.
I forget.
Fuck me. IMDb that bitch. Bring that up. That I want to talk about. Fucking A. I'm so glad you brought that up. Love Blue Velvet. So to give you a quick synopsis of the movie, some guy finds an ear in a yard.
Ew.
Yeah, and then
Kyle MacLachlan.
Ah, yeah. I
MacLachlan?
never would have got that. Yeah. Yep, I never would. Let me see the name. Kyle MacLachlan. Wow, I don't fucking know.
He's been famous as fuck though.
Yeah, he's been in everything. And that was in his. I don't want to say it was one of his first leading roles, but this movie came out.
was 86.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like mid 80s. Mm-hmm. But it was definitely one of his breakout performances for sure. If it wasn't.
Oh, he pissed me off because they snuck into somebody's house or something.
Oh yeah.
And then Laura Dern was like, "I'm gonna beep when the motherfucker comes back." He's like, "Okay, cool." And then he goes in there. I kind of spoiling shit, but they don't care. But
it's an old movie. Go ahead, dude. Yeah, it's so intense.
He goes in there. He looks around, sees what he has to see, or gets what he has to get. This dude takes a piss and then flushes. He doesn't hear Laura Dern's beep of the horn.
Yeah,
that was suspenseful. I was like, "You're just cruising around. You're here for a mission." Like,
yeah, and you're fucking stopping to pee,
right.
Dude. That whole scene.
I
was on the edge of my seat the whole fucking scene.
Yeah. So
like,
this is a suspenseful movie.
Yeah, as you were explaining
you were like,
I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
It was such an intense film. Oh my god!
This one guy's a huge freak. Oh, he's
Dennis Hopper's character.
Yeah. He's goddamn.
He's huffing like some kind of something. It might be oxygen. I don't know. Oxygen to get you high.
Strange. It was freaky.
Or something. Maybe it was what's that shit they use at the dentist's office? I think that might have been.
They were gas.
Yeah. It might have been. Not even kidding you.
Something weird. It was 80s.
Yeah.
It was like half the people on coke or something.
Something. Yeah. Oh man. So he starts investigating this ear he finds in like a yard, and actually does really good investigating. Right. Like it was kind of impressive. But it was a movie, so obviously, it was like a little Dick Grayson or whatever you want to call him. But so he starts figuring out this timeline, starts figuring out everything going on, and in some fashion, and then starts meeting the people, and then the people meet him, and they're fucking nuts, and then this whole like thing ensues, and he's trying to save this woman who he finds out's like husband or something, or whoever was kidnapped. So yeah, it's this whole thing. It's fucking nuts. It starts off with this simple high school kid that has a really nice, sweet girlfriend. They go out on regular dates, just regular, typical shit. Just some dark, twisted fucking shit, man.
It starts off so innocent. But it's really good. You guys should check that out. Man. They really don't. They don't make movies like that. If you want to see a mystery, suspenseful type of thing with like everyday people, like...
Definitely check out some fucking classic film, man. 70s, they even at the time, like some 70s movies, they were pushing different envelopes with content. So whereas they couldn't show all the blood or the gore, they could push other aspects of the film. Where nowadays it's the opposite. They can push more gore, more film, less subplots. Me and you love subplots. We like a good story. That pushes any good movies. Decent, good dialogue, good story, action on the side, whatever. But I like a good story. And these older movies, awesome fucking stories. Awesome fucking stories. Speaking of crazy stories, let's talk about The Gambler. So The Gambler is another movie, 1974 was this movie. And this was not the one with Mark Wahlberg, for those of you that have seen it. This one, the one that Mark Wahlberg did in 2014, which is like exactly 40 years later, almost to the month. This is like a super, super downrolled spile slice of New Holland, of New Hollywood. James Cain is in it. He's a college professor. He's just a gambler, an obsessive gambler. Even though he knows he's gonna lose his money, he'll fucking bet it anyway. He doesn't win. He doubles down. Anyway, I'm kind of reading like a synopsis, but I will say this: the ending of the movie is fucking intense. for this kind of film. It's absolutely nuts. It is in 1974. You gotta check out the original The Gambler. You have to check out the 1974. It's a classic film. They don't make movies, and we've talked about that before. They don't make movies like that. And some independent filmmakers will start pushing content in that direction, which is nice. A lot of that's budgetary constraints. You know, you can't push special effects, so you typically want to push it the opposite direction. They want to push good story. Right. Why not? So with this, it's all that. This is like one of the original anti-heroes too, which with James Cain, you know the guy's a piece of shit, but you want him to win. You're like, I don't want him to lose, but he's a fucking piece of shit. Like, but yeah, and I haven't seen too many old movies. My dad can tell you anything about old movies. He's the one that actually got me into watching older movies. You know, when he retired from the military, that's when I started giving him a chance. You know, you see the year and you're like, nah, pass.
yeah. Like, what the fuck is this gonna do for me? I don't do that so much
anymore, though. Yeah.
It's good to be open, guys.
I agree. What you got, Ed?
This is one that you know and love. Ooh. Doom Generation, bitch.
Yeah. Oh my god.
This movie is so... God, what is it even about? It's about this young couple, like super young. They look like they're possibly in high school, but the girl has a car and they meet this drifter. Yeah. And
they're like metalheads.
Yeah. When they meet the drifter, it's like an accident that happens, and then they're just traveling, and everywhere they travel is some type of fucking mayhem.
Yeah.
And it's
where they go. It's fucking awesome.
It's kind of like you said, it's like a grunge punk type of movie, but the dialogue is funny. Eat my fuck.
Yeah. It does. It is one of the coolest cult classic films.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun.
Oh, it is. It's hard. I can't find it anywhere. I'm still trying. I bought it. I had it. I owned it. You borrowed it. You loved it. We loved it. It's our favorite movie. And then I fucking lost it. Right. I felt so fucking... Oh, no,
he sold it.
I sold it.
Yeah, we only seen it because he bought it from a garage sale, right?
I got it at a Walmart.
Or a Walmart.
Bin, yeah. It was like a $5 Walmart.
Nice. Yeah. And then he showed it to me, and that experience, that's one of my favorite movie experiences at somebody's house, like, because it was just fun as fuck. I didn't expect it to be so weird and funny and fun. It was just a
random
great time. And then Daryl was all like, "You guys are weird for watching this movie." Like, I think he came halfway through or something. He was like, "What the fuck?"
When
is
he starts seeing like the middle.
I'm like, dude, we liked it so much. Give it a chance later. Goddamn. But yeah, it stars Rose McGowan,
James Duvall. Mm-hmm. And I can't think of the other guy's name, but he's been in a lot of stuff.
Jonathan Sayich.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I love him. Yeah, he is. James Duvall too is a really good looking guy.
Yes.
Rose McGowan, beautiful. I thought she was.
James
great
Duvall was so cute and dopey.
He was, yeah.
And oh my gosh, she was just so like. Stoner,
oh my god.
Stoner, jailbait, whatever the fuck.
This is kind of like this is a trilogy of movies, believe it or not. So this is like the second of the 3, I believe.
Greg Rocky films.
Yeah, yep. He has some kind of weird trilogy of these films, and James Duvall's in all 3 of them.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Different character name, I bet.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I hope so. If not, you can give him the same name. He's cool. He's a cute, lovable guy, but a good actor. I love him. He helped produce the second SLC Punk movie. It was something, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, in this one specifically, you meet 2 people at this punk show, metal show, and they're raging out. They're young. They're in their late teens, early 20s. They go outside. They're about to leave. Rose McGowan's character, she's kind of just a salty bitch all the time.
Yeah,
all the fucking time. And then all of a sudden, you pegged it. Just some random, crazy, shitty circumstance happens. Some guy ends up getting thrown on their car. He gets beat up. He cuts some guy. They run away. And when that happens, they get stuck with this guy. And every place they stop, wherever they're going, there's this really cool... Yeah, it's either really, really intense scene, and everything they buy is $6.66.
Yeah. That really number follows the movie.
Yeah.
Peter Brady is a cameo. Margaret Cho is a cameo.
Yeah.
Parker Posey's a cameo.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! Fucking Parker Posey's in that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, god, that's such.
It's such a good movie.
Such a great fucking cast.
It takes place in it. Well, I don't know if it takes place in 1990. It was released in 1995. Like nobody knows about it. Like what the fuck? It's fun.
It was totally fun.
A lot of people roasted on YouTube. I noticed when I wanted to hear other people's thoughts about it. I'm like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, I was really.
I'm not saying it's the best thing ever, but it's
it was
fun to me. Shit,
right.
I like
it was intense. It was a lot of sex in it, which I liked.
Yeah,
it was a very sexual movie.
It was a very sexual movie. It explored bisexuality. It explored just all types of weird shit.
It explored multiple partners,
right?
In a good way. I mean, this was kind of like an intense kind of way of looking at it, but it still explored the idea of people wanting to have multiple partners and it not be about. Margaret Cho's like that. Margaret Cho, she's pansexual, I believe, and she likes multiple partners. I don't know at the same time or not, but she's monogam or not a polygamist, polyamorous, when she just likes different partners, guys, girls, whatever. She was in a relationship with a guy. I don't know if they're still in the same relationship, who knows, but while they were together, she was like, look, I want an open relationship, I like sex, this, that, whatever. So I like that they explored that idea of it being okay. It can be constructive to have multiple partners, and you don't have to be an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, you can do it in a constructive fashion, or you can do it in a destructive fashion, which isn't uncommon. People, it's one or the other.
They just made that thing. It was just normal. It was just there.
It was very.
It was like normal. It was
became
whatever.
You kind of like. You could kind of tell it was going to happen. Yeah. Kind of. You know what I mean? Like it's really there. Like, they did a great job of, like, pushing the attraction that everyone had for each other. And
they did a really good job of that. They actually fucking did.
I was really impressed. That was really good. Yeah, I was surprised. You watched people not like this movie?
People on YouTube bitched about it.
Really? What the fuck? Fuck them. That's how they get likes, though, is they talk shit about stuff.
Yeah.
That's how they get their fuck. That's their clickbait.
But we love that movie. It's so fun.
I could talk about it. We can make that a whole episode.
Right.
We should make it a whole episode. Yeah.
We should make it a whole episode.
Speaking of dark and crazy fucking films, let's talk about Dark City. You ever heard of that one? Fair enough. So it's by an Australian director that directed The Crow. Okay. You've seen the original Crow, right?
Yup.
Alex Proyas. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. But they were saying he's going to be like the next Tim Burton or Terry Gilliam or whatever. But, so this guy, Rufus Sewell, gets snared into a nightscape pursued by a freaky cabal of pasty-faced men in black, led by Kiefer Sutherland and Kevin O'Brien, who played Rufus in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that motherfucker. I may have his first name wrong. It's Derek or Kevin O'Brien, something O'Brien. His last name's O'Brien, but he wrote Rocky Horror Picture Show, and him and Tim Curry developed the Frankenfurter character when it was on Broadway. But anyway, so this movie is like a real mind bender. This detective is trying to solve these murders, and it's always at night. It's always at night, and the more that he dives into these crimes, the more he's discovering that the world isn't what it seems. So it becomes this like Matrix mind bender where someone's actually controlling your environment so much that it's controlling who you are, your career, who you're with. You can go from perfect family to like being a hobo. So it becomes this huge, crazy fucking mind bender. And the detective happens to be one of the guys that can not be controlled very easily and starts being the one that can control his environment. So again, it's like this huge fucking mind bender, an intense mind bender. Kiefer Sutherland, I think one of his best characters. Can you bring up the IMDb on that? I want to see the actor. I can't remember.
Kiefer Sutherland?
Yeah, everyone knows him from like 24 and from Stand By Me, or Lean On Me, excuse me. Or Stand By Me. I'm sorry, Stand By Me. Because there's Stand By Me and Lean On Me. There we go. Looking at Dark City. We're going to bring up Dark City here real quick. Fun fact time. You should just download the app, dude.
Yeah, it's the app.
Oh, is it? Even better. Yep, Rufus Sewell. It's fucking nuts. Jennifer Connelly's in it. William Hurt. Richard O'Brien.
William Hurt what?
I don't know. Bruce Spence, Mr. Wall. But it's got a really good cast. A really, really good cast. Like 4 people wrote this bitch. I want to look up some trivia here real quick. Just something interesting about it.
Some triv.
I don't think we did that yet. We should do some trivia on the other movie too. New Line Cinema forced Alex Proyas to include the opening narration by Kiefer Sutherland, which gives away several plot reveals. Proyas objected to it, saying it was unnecessary, and he subsequently removed the narration from his director's cut. Oh, cool. The number of pieces of the set including those used for the rooftop chase, were sold to the production of The Matrix at the end of shooting. Oh, no shit! Well, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those movies are a lot alike. There were many deliberate anachronisms. Oh wow, I can't read that fucking word. Anachronisms. What the fuck is wrong with me? Anachronisms to give the viewer a feeling of confusion about the time period of the film. That makes sense. Yeah, that's true. I'm so glad they said this. They really, really do. Like, there are certain areas that they manipulate that looks like more like 50s, and then there's other areas that make it look like more like 80s.
Ooh,
yeah,
cool.
So it really plays with like time, space, place. It plays with everything. It really plays with everything. It really is a very, very... You have to watch it a couple of times. The Kiefer Sutherland narration was necessary for a general audience, but for audiences like me and you, it probably wouldn't have been necessary. I do remember Kiefer Sutherland narrating it, and it really did talk a lot about the movie itself, like not what the movie's about, but it gives you certain ideas that as the movie progresses, you start easily like, oh, that's coming up. But then if you watch the director's cut, which I never have, I kind of want to now, there's no narration. So just me thinking of that, it would give you more mystery to the film.
Yeah, I think I prefer that.
Yeah, see? Yeah, that would be kind of cool. See, I don't always like watching trailers for stuff, with exception.
Right.
Like the new Marvel movies, all those I love watching those trailers, especially the later trailers, because you kind of already get the gist of the characters. But yeah, that was kind of cool.
They show too damn much in trailers these days.
Fuck yeah!
I like how in Jurassic World, the newer one from a couple years ago, they had showed you a trailer, but I think that only took place, whatever they showed you, I think it was only within the first hour or half hour. So I'm like, okay, good, thank you.
Yeah,
like, Jesus Christ.
The Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. I think it was Endgame. They only used footage from the first 20 minutes.
Oh, that's amazing.
To make a trailer.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
God damn, don't spoil nothing.
Right.
Hey, when they spoil the kills in these horror movies.
I know.
In the trailer, bitch?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Who does that?
Like, sometimes what I've seen is, like, right before the guy attacks, they'll cut away.
Yeah.
Or, like, you'll see the girl and the killer, and then it ends.
That's too much. Yeah. That's too much. Like, it just...
Yeah. Totally.
It's gonna make me wait for it to be free on streaming, bitch. No, I'm not gonna pay to see it.
Yeah, that'll kill any movie for me. That happened really bad in The Orphan. In The Orphan, I knew exactly what was going on.
The girl orphan killing people?
Yeah. So, one of the trailers that came out, it was actually a couple of them, they showed so much in the trailer that you knew this little girl. Spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen it, you're not missing much anyway. It's a good movie, but you knew automatically this girl was like maybe 30 or 40 years old and just did not like develop an age. Right? So, there was a scene when she's like, oh, teach me piano, mama. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And then, like... In the next scene, you see her, like, playing the fucking piano, like, playing, like, Mozart's fucking Ninth Symphony and shit, and playing all this crazy shit, being creepy, yeah. And then, like, in another scene, you see her, like, picking up a hammer, and then, boom, it tells me everything. It tells me that she lied, that she manipulated people, that she's not as old as she says she is, and she's gonna fucking murder someone.
Like, it doesn't tell you it doesn't leave any mystery. Is this just a regular 8-year-old
girl who's fucking psycho?
No, it's not.
You don't learn piano. Piano is one of the most difficult.
It's a grown titless bitch.
You're right, yeah.
What are you gonna say about piano?
It's a very difficult instrument.
Yeah.
Kind of made me lose my train of thought. You motherfucker. Ooh.
What's next?
Idiocracy.
Oh my god. One of the best ever.
It's by our favorite, oh my god, the creator of Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill?
Yeah, Mike Judge.
Mike Judge. Oh my god. IMDb time. So for those of you that don't know Idiocracy, you fucking should.
Because we're living it, bitch.
Yeah.
That's so scary. Oh, my balls.
It came out in 2006, and fuck yeah, it's now about
future.
the right time. Fucking A. So we're gonna look up some
future.
IMDb trivia. I love this part. What is it? I kind of felt like that earlier when I was trying to pronounce that word anachronism. Anachronism? Right. Are they afraid of spiders? Like,
right. That's a good one.
Oh, come on. Ooh, boom, Idiocracy.
Idiocracy is so crazy.
Stars Luke Wilson, Maya Rudolph, who's a really good actor. Oh, I forgot Dax Shepard's in it. What's interesting, what's really funny, is Terry Crews plays the president.
He does. And he's like a wrestler guy or something?
Yeah,
or
he
is.
Or something? Yeah, he looks like he's in like a wrestling outfit.
Yeah,
at least in like this all-American
He's got a wig too, I don't know.
Yeah, oh my god, so fucking funny. Terry Crews was hysterical in that. I love Terry Crews.
We can't use Powerade to water the plants, but they have electrolytes.
The dumb shit they say, holy fuck, it's so funny.
It's like Twitter.
It's so fucking funny. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is like real life Twitter. Fucking A. So, this movie is about a guy that is like your C average Luke Wilson. He's
on every level.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't want to work too hard. I don't want a promotion. I like exactly where I'm at. I like minimal. Literally, that's how he is.
Yeah.
And he talks a lot about it. He's like, what do you mean above average? I don't want to, like, I don't know. I'm good. I'm just here. I'll give you C's. Like, so he accidentally gets cryogenically frozen for 500 years. And then when he wakes up, finds out that this C average dude who does bare minimum and is so proud of it becomes the smartest man in the world.
Because he's frozen for 500 years, so it's the future.
Yeah. And I think one reason why this movie didn't do all that great is because I think it really talked a lot about the potential stupidity and the already ways that they've been dumbing down the education system. I think it's arguably a political piece, very much so. Even for Mike Judge. I don't think he meant it to be that way, but it literally has been mentioned so many times by conspiracy theorists and people that talk about how the education system has been so dumbed down that this movie makes so much sense. And we're feeling it now, especially with social media. Like, literally, we went from being taught like ethics and philosophy and money management and time management into high school to learning none of that. Literally, I've taken all of those out and taken a lot of art out of the curriculum, which is important. And this movie really kind of touches on a lot of that. And I don't think they do that intentionally. It was just a really funny movie that showed a guy 500 years in the future that showed everyone being so fucking dumb. The lawyer, Dax Shepard, the lawyer, he's supposed to defend his client, but he ends up making fun of his client. It's like, look at him. He's guilty. He's an idiot. Dax Shepard's character goes, yeah, he is an idiot. He is so stupid. And then Luke Wilson's like, you're my attorney. You're supposed to defend me.
Right.
And Dax Shepard made a comment that he was like, oh yeah, when I turned in my bar exam online, it was a 3-question test. Like, it was so funny, like how he did it. Yeah, he like did the test online. It was good satire.
Throughout the whole film, people don't even really communicate. They just yell at each other and get mad at each other. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It's like fucking walking in the Walmart, bitch.
Holy fuck,
That's how scary that is. Because, like, that's how they acted in that movie. They would shout at each other and get angry and not even really have conversations or question each other. That was fucked up. That's scary, yeah.
I've seen a lot of that.
Right.
I've seen a lot of that shit. That's fucking nuts.
And his female companion, Maya Rudolph's character, I can't remember how she was in the future.
Yeah,
too.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember, but she was I think no, she was in the past and then she went into the future. I don't know how she got in the future like him. Maybe the same thing, I guess. But anyway, she was a prostitute and she was also a C average type of person, but somehow she was a prostitute. But because that's what the military people said when they chose her. But anyway, they kind of got together and she told him, she was like she was like, I'm an artist, because Luke Wilson asked her what she did. She was like, I'm an artist. I do art. He never knew she used to be a hooker. Right. That's awesome.
She kept like conning people too. She would like go up to people and be like, you want this, girl? You want this? All you gotta do is give me $500 and I'll come back later.
She did do that. I forgot.
She kept getting money off the same guy over and over again. That just wasn't figuring it out.
Right.
Oh, it's so funny. I love it.
And if you remember in the beginning of the movie, it was 2 different couples. Remember that shit? And one couple was kind of smart and a little affluent.
Yes.
And then they kept holding off about having children because like the economy and didn't know if they really wanted to do it. And they kept holding off. And then the other couple, they were more like lower class or whatever, just more like just rude and ignorant. And they kept having kids after kids. And they went back to each interview from each couple. And then the dumber couple, they kept having more kids and didn't give a fuck about it.
Had like 12 kids. That really says a lot.
It really says a lot.
It really says a lot. Like this, and it was funny because they showed the guy yelling at the girl while she was pregnant about another girl that he got pregnant that was on the other side of him who was pregnant. So now he's having 2 different generations of kids and they're all fighting. They're all poor. Yeah.
And the dumb people are rating more.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they never had a kid and died, so they're like, the smart people died having no children, so we now no longer get that gene.
Right, exactly.
Great. Fucking great.
Frightening as fuck, and it's still happening.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Because it's hard to come out of poverty even if you are intelligent, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie was amazing.
It was so fucking
brain so true.
Idiocracy, gotta check it out. Awesome fucking film. Oh, it was so goofy. It was so
funny as fuck and smart as fuck.
Like, yeah, it was. Yeah, for it being talking about the dumbness of people, really fucking awesome. What you got, Ed?
My next one is called Neverland. It is you remember that? I showed it to you. I show my friends like these independent films or smaller films that you probably never heard of, and I show my friends and I just like to see their reactions. And Shane, you enjoyed it because the way you just react right now. Yeah. But awesome. Neverland, I discovered that through my local library too, and it came out in 2003, 2004.
Very independent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's about this guy. He called himself Peter Pan, and well, no, let me start over. It's about this family of these two adults. They had adopted these three children to be in their family, and they're all ethnic. And the parents are kind of terrible. What you get from what the daughter Wendy is saying to them, and Wendy's black with dreadlocks and really pretty and thick. And they have
I forgot about that.
John and Michael. I can't remember. I can't distinguish the different ones, but Will Wheaton is one of them.
Yeah.
And this hot muscular guy, I think he's Hungarian or something. He's the other one, the youngest one, John, I guess. I can't remember their fucking names for the boys. But anyway, they're all the parents are going away, and just the three kids, even though they're like maybe like they're young adult, they're like 19, 20, 21, they're those ages, and they play those ages in the film anyway. But they all live at home anyways, and the parents leave, and then they meet Peter Pan and Wendy. They take them to this place called Neverland, and it's just an amusement park where Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and the Lost Boys live. So they just explore the amusement park, and this is crazy guy who works there. They call him Hook, and he's just crazy. Yeah. So that's all I'm gonna say about it, about the premise, the story about it. Yeah. But I like the whole like direction they do. It starts off with arguments, so that's kind of turned my brother off. He didn't give a fuck after that. The first 5 minutes, like you guys are already arguing, ew. But I powered through it, like whatever. Yeah. And I'm glad I did because it was cute. And the best thing that I can take away from that is the end scene with Wendy and Peter. Oh my god, like that acting was just so great. They they have a conversation. I was really surprised, because
throughout the film I wasn't a big fan of the kid that played Pan. He was good, but he stuck to this like this rhythm. Like even when he talked, it was the same pace. It wasn't a lot with his character. And we're talking like a guy that's portraying a pretty classical character. So it was rated R, which is nice. I liked that content pushing, but that scene definitely redeemed it.
That scene was the best scene of the whole movie.
Yeah, it redeemed it.
They had a conversation about childhood abandonment, taking responsibility, growing up, and it was just so good. And oh my god, it was just so good. And that girl who played Wendy, she was just great. She was my favorite actor out of the whole damn movie.
She was the focus of the film, if I remember right. She didn't know Wendy kind of thing. She didn't know her history with everything. If I'm right, I may be wrong. I don't remember.
She knew what was going on. She had a boyfriend that she mentioned who was gone. She was a white lover.
Gotcha.
But she had another boyfriend she talked about briefly. And
I do like who they cast as Wendy. I like her.
Yeah, she was great. I looked her up. She only did like one other thing, and that was it.
What?
I think she's a chef or something. She does something away from the entertainment. I know that for sure.
Oh, okay.
Because that's why she's not pursuing it anymore. But she was great. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
definitely noteworthy.
That was great. The guy who was Smee, Scotty doesn't know.
Oh yeah,
he was Smee. That's great.
Wait, Matt Damon?
Is that his fucking name? The guy who played Scotty, that Scotty Doesn't Know movie. What is that called?
Oh, that was Euro Trip, right?
Was it Euro Trip or was it?
Yeah, that was Scotty Doesn't Know. Matt Damon played the guy that did the song.
No. It's not. It's not the singer. Okay, it's the guy. The guy actually Scotty.
Yeah.
It's this guy.
I think you're thinking of the guy from Swim Fan.
Well, whoever was Scotty in that movie who got cheated on, that's who's in the who plays Smee in the Neverland movie that we're talking about.
Oh, yep. I think you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
he's got
that small part in that, but it's great to see him in that before.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah,
I like him.
He was good. And then the Hook, Hook has that phobia of the crocodile, and the crocodile is just this guy he had hooked up with. Like, that's why the crocodile wants him in this variation. That's
funny.
That was funny as fuck. That was funny.
Like, Hook is gay. That makes sense. That totally makes fucking sense.
Yeah, that was great. That's and
it's a great independent film.
Right.
Through and through.
Yeah, it was great. Tinkerbell was such a bitch. She just had a nasty attitude the whole way through. I think it was
fucking time.
I think she had bitch. Remember they had that little kid with the twin boys for the Lost Boys. They had that baby in the cart for a while.
I think so.
They did, and I think that was Tinkerbell's baby because something what they said before Tinkerbell OD'd. Yeah, I think they alluded. God, I think they alluded somewhere in those.
Yeah, probably.
They alluded that was like her kid or something. It was weird.
That
like,
sense.
Yeah,
that would be interesting. Yeah, they really didn't. I don't like certain things I didn't like, but I think it's any film. Right. But with Tinkerbell, I kind of didn't like that aspect of like how they painted her to be this fucking cunt.
Yeah,
I didn't get that.
I was fine with it, but they didn't finish it up or anything.
Yeah.
Tie it up and show you a reason. Like, they didn't really...
They put a bow on it, but didn't give us much outside of that.
Yeah, they didn't really
it wasn't much of...
If they had finish it off.
If they had given that more film, like that subplot, more time, I think it would have breathed better in the film. It would have breathed better. It was like, you show Tinkerbell, she's a fucking bitch, she overdoses, she might have a kid, that's it.
Right. Carrie Walgreen played her, and she's a very famous voice actress.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
She does have a really cool voice. She has a really fucking cool voice. It has a really good cast. The guy from Swim Fan is in it. The guy from Eurotrip is in it. You said Will Wheaton's in it? Or Josh Wheaton?
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton's in it.
Sure,
He's been in everything. Guy's an incredible actor. He's got a great presence on social media. He has a YouTube channel and a TV show that all they do is play board games. Like, his friends, they play board games and shit, and they talk about they actually teach you how to play the game. And he's got that awesome voice. He's got a really cool voice. So he narrates and talks about the board game and teaches people how to play. It's really, really cool.
Nice.
But overall, I thought it was a really, very creative film. What a great way to bring, like, that lore to an adult audience. I thought that was cool. If they could have... It had a great sense of humor, too. I think it had a really good sense of humor.
It did. And I really love that ending because, like, other than that great scene with Peter and Wendy, which was great, that dialogue, but also the Lost Boys, they chose to have a better life and to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
That was really good. Peter was the one who chose to stay in Neverland and be alone and be a kid and not have any responsibilities, but the Lost Boys, they wanted better for themselves.
Yeah.
That was cool. I like that.
That was a good story.
They wanted to...
there was some fighting in this, if I remember. If the fighting...
Physical fights?
Yeah. If they had added some of that, that'd be kind of cool.
No, they didn't have any of that.
I didn't think so. The budget-wise, that can be expensive because either you have to get someone that knows how to do film fighting, which is a lot of filming. It's a lot of close-ups, far-aways, close-up, far-aways, twists, turns, camera angles.
To do all that. They probably didn't have time.
Very, very difficult. So, but had they taken the time to figure that out,
maybe
that would have been cool. Yeah, a sword fight, a cool little sword fight, or if they had like added some guns, kind of like how what they did with Romeo and Juliet, the film with Leonardo DiCaprio. They had kind of made it like that, where they used guns and they used the same dialogue, but then they would focus on certain things and add certain things.
Peter was pretty athletic. It was a bit of a lost misstep,
but again,
we got what we got. It was cute.
I thought so.
But
I thought overall that was really cool.
It was. I would recommend watching. Yeah, it was something fun to watch.
It's called Neverland, right?
Yeah, just called Neverland.
Yeah, so check out Neverland. I love it. It's a good movie. Awesome movie. I like those kind of independent films. I always try to catch a couple good. I think
Damien Dietz was the director. If I'm wrong. But yeah, it's fun. I like that.
Murder Ball. This is a documentary. I loved this documentary. These are about Olympic athletes that are paraplegic. So the film got Oscar nominated in the documentary section about paraplegic rugby players.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Never expanded beyond 97 theaters. Wow, that's actually crazy. That's too bad since the story of the U.S. team's battle to win gold at the 2004 Paralympic Games is as exhilarating and crowd-pleasing as Rocky. No kidding. Like the gladiatorial wheelchairs welded by these aggressive athletes, the film packs an unexpected wallop. I'm just actually reading what an article I read about. I can't remember who did the article, but This film was fucking awesome. These are literally about these are Olympians, no joke, Olympians. These are paraplegics. Most of them have been in like car accidents or something like that, or something crazy happened to them. I think one guy got shot and was paralyzed. So to kind of deal with that, when you lose your legs, like think about not being able to use your legs for a week, and then having a hard time doing something simple as waking up and going to the bathroom. Like, when we wake up and go to the bathroom, sometimes I don't want to walk, like, 10 feet to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Imagine this guy when he's, like, 2 feet away from a toilet and he's in a wheelchair. So, it really gives you an incredible perspective into the lives of people that have to live in wheelchairs. And it's fucking sad how they power through it and become great people. Not that they weren't great before, but this kind of... It gave him a new level. Yeah, gave him a completely new level of living. So the story centers around an American rugby team. It's a Paralympic rugby team. Now, this isn't like a subcategory to the Olympics. It's Olympic. It's every 4 years. You get your gold. Well, now every 2. You get your gold. And
I didn't even know it was every 2 years now.
So they do summer and winter Olympics. Yeah, so that's every 2 years. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. I'm not sure which category they're in, but I think they do it every 4. I don't see them having a rugby team every 2 years. I just don't know. But because of glowing popularity and the billions of dollars they dump into, and the billions of dollars they get into, that they get in ad revenues and merchandising, and the fact that they don't have to pay the people that are in these things, with the exception of like travel and lodging, which is fucking pathetic. These athletes, this is what's disgusting. These Olympic athletes literally make people tens of billions of dollars. Tens of billions. We're talking up and coming advertisers, current people that need McDonald's. How many times have you seen McDonald's fucking sponsor Olympics, for fuck's sake? Okay. They're always a part of the Golden Arches. Come eat our shitty food. Olympics. Fucking assholes. I'm fucking real. But they don't pay them. They don't pay the athletes. All they do is cover room, board, and travel.
Bullshit.
What the fuck?
Ooh, experience. That's
not shit. Like, you're an Olympic athlete. You're representing your country, and they give you an EBT card and a free bus trip. What the fuck? It's bullshit. It's total bullshit. But anyway, this is about the rugby team. They're all custom wheelchairs. They're made of steel. They're high, density things. They have to play rugby for obvious reasons a little differently. So they have to bounce the ball every couple of seconds or something like that. Like, you can't just hold the ball. You have to actually bounce it. So you have the ball. You're in your wheelchair. You got to move, bounce, pass, and then you have to put the ball into a trash can, essentially. So that's your goal. So you have to get over in there. You can, however you want to put it in the trash can. Obviously, they have goalies. They have the same rules as rugby. Just there's a few exceptions. But it was just such an incredible story watching this team go through and play all these people, and then play
that sounds good.
This Canadian team. It was such an it was edge of your seat, fucking intense documentary, and it's also talked about the lives of people in wheelchairs. Another thing that was kind of like personal to them was like they talked about like literally like they're like, all right, so I'm a paraplegic, can't move my legs, like, how do I masturbate? Like, so they kind of explained how they teach them how to orientate their lives back into something commonplace, like where they go to, you know what I mean? Like, figure it out. Like, sex, they actually talked about and showed videos on how people in relationships with paraplegics can have sex with their partners. Which is always really, really interesting. You get them, you move them around, you figure it out. You're always on top. That kind of thing. It was really like an interesting look at that community of people.
Right, because you don't know.
Yeah, I had no idea. I could only guess, but I doubt I'd be far off. But I mean, think of the time of physical therapy, plus the emotional damage of waking up not having your legs. Ugh. It's just fucking, it's really intense. Really, not only was it sad, but it was like very redeeming. It was extremely redeeming because it was just an incredible inside look into people's lives and how they deal with this kind of thing. And a lot of them deal with it through sports. Like, I can't play sports. Oh, no, wait. Fuck yeah, I can. Like, think of the military guy. Yeah, think of the military guy that got his leg blown off overseas, comes home, and then becomes a fucking Olympic runner. A professional runner that, like, breaks records and shit. Like, that kind of tenacity. I love that. I love that ideology. So this was an awesome looking at. So, Murderball. You got something on there?
Yeah, my last one is a movie called Devon's Ghost.
Oh!
It's a horror movie.
I forgot about that one. Oh.
It's a horror movie. Karen Ashley and Johnny Young Bosch, the second Yellow and Black Power Rangers ever. They were part of the creative process for this film. Especially Karen Ashley. Shout out to you guys. Love you guys.
Yeah, I like you too. Hate your movie. Fuck
Big
off.
Power Ranger fans. Yeah, but this movie, it was cute. I enjoyed it for what it was. You know, it had a lot of like. It had a lot of problems, but it was still enjoyable for me though. Like it was still fun to watch.
I felt so bad, Ed. I could not.
Yeah,
I think I made it maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, you really couldn't get through it. I was like, I like kind of crap movies sometimes. Like,
yeah, me too. I can try and get through.
But you were over it.
Oh, dude. Oh my fuck.
Okay, so what this is about is some type of it's like a horror movie that takes place like in a high school, kind of half the time. But something happened in the past with the characters that are in high school now, and it's like they don't show you like enough to get you through to understand what the fuck even happened. So I think that's what pissed you off. Like they didn't give you enough about the incident or the murder or whatever the fuck. Like you had to like kind of wait till like later. Way later.
I probably should have finished it. I might give it a once over. I should, because there might be something in there that I missed that I probably should have given it a chance. But
right.
The guy in general who directed it was also one of the lead actors in it, who doesn't have a lot of experience with anything film-wise. So it was not hard to take it. I mean, Quentin Tarantino was a high school dropout and just started going and doing film, but he had this extremely creative mind. He was a smart guy. Mm-hmm. He's always an exception to the rule. So it's not that I'm by any stretch comparing him to this director, but it was just like. The way it started off was not confusing, just was nothing there, character-wise. It was like groups of people, it was far away shots when they should have been more closer. Mm-hmm. The dialogue was either predictable or boring to me.
Yeah, it was pretty predictable.
Yeah, so it kind of...
the cheerleaders wore their uniforms during school hours, which was weird to me. I always like... Did they really do that?
Yeah,
maybe for game days, but they don't walk around like that all day.
Right, yeah. They were just trying to get some titties in the movie.
But, yeah, and then definitely when the bad guy comes on with the knife, he had like a knife with a buzzsaw attached to it or something like that. You know, that round sharp pointy thing on top of it. Yeah. And then like Karen and Johnny would fight it because they have the martial arts experience and Power Rangers experience, so they would actually fight it and be like, "This isn't your everyday horror movie, is it, guys? Come on!" But like that was cool, and I like how some of the characters died. That was actually kind of sad though. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, wow, they kind of did a decent job with that part. But yeah, some of the two characters that even died that I'm talking about, they went back to the school in the middle of the night for some reason. I was like, that was fucking stupid. Like, why'd they even do that? I can't remember why they even did that, but certain characters went to places that didn't make sense and did things that didn't talk to people. It was just, what the fuck? Like,
it was, anytime, in my opinion, and I see this in a lot of film, when people do dumb shit. Mm-hmm. No explanation. Like, why go back into that fucking room?
You kind of have to...
The front door's right there,
you
it's fucking a movie, idiot.
But you kind of have to give a little bit.
There's a cop outside, lights are on, he's got a gun, and you run upstairs and hide in the tub.
Right.
What the fuck? Like, it's literally shit like that isn't explained that really, really pisses me off. It really just... It fucking gets my blood boiling. Like, as a director, even as an actor, when you're reading this scene and you're going over it, it's like... Well, just like what you said on that one post on our Instagram, which follow our Instagram, Actors Lounge Podcast. Make it make sense.
Yeah, right.
Make it make fucking sense. Please, make it make fucking sense. For the love of fucking everything awesome and cool.
But I'm glad I bought it and I have it in my collection, towards my love for Power Rangers fandom, whatever the fuck.
It's a good collection.
So like it's here, but like
it'll never leave that fucking show.
I'll try to show it to my other friends though. I think you're the first one that I only showed it to so far.
Yeah,
I had it for a few months. I haven't.
Make me the last.
Right, but it's nice to I still like seeing Power Rangers and other former Power Ranger actors and other things. So it was nice to see them.
Absolutely. Especially after like all the bullshit with the first round of the American Power Ranger show. Because for those that don't know, the original Power Ranger show was Americanized from the
Sentai.
Sentai, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't remember.
In Japan, I think. Right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think it was a Japanese show. That sounds about right.
Yeah, Japanese Sentai.
Sounds about right. Yeah, like
Ranger. That's how they say it.
That's so funny. That's hysterical. But so the original, a lot of times that you see the Power Rangers fighting like a monster in uniform wasn't even the American Power Rangers, and you can really tell from their signs.
You totally can. Like when they're fighting putties most of the time.
Yeah, like the Yellow Ranger's a guy in the Japanese version.
Yeah,
that's why he doesn't wear a skirt. He just Yellow is just I guess I don't know. He's the gay ranger, but whatever. But in that one, he's the gay ranger.
Yeah, but the Pink Ranger's a girl in both series. But yeah, yep. Yeah, you totally notice all the sets. But yeah.
So for that, I did support that kind of film because the American actors were treated like shit.
Oh my god!
Paid dirt, overworked.
Fuck you, Saban.
Yeah, I mean we're talking
to this day.
Minimum wage. They had to travel. They had to do voice work.
Yeah, they had to do voice work and choreography and regular acting. That's a lot, bitch.
Yeah, I mean they even talked about like they worked like 6, sometimes 7 days a week on the fucking show. Like, could you imagine working like 14
12,
days
14,
straight? Yeah.
Oh.
And some people lived really far away from set, so they would go home, sleep like 4 or 5 hours, and then go right back to set the next day, like super early morning. Like you had to be there at 7, you left at like 9, 10 at night.
Ugh.
Hour drive home. Fuck off.
Or live in your dressing room sometimes. I bet they did that.
I would. I'd be sleeping in my fucking car.
Be exhausted.
I did that at my old job once. I slept in my car. I was so fucking tired. Doesn't matter.
But that's Devon's Ghost. So Power Ranger fans should probably know about that if you don't.
Yeah, you should. But only watch the first 5 minutes. And then tell if you're going to finish it.
It was a lot of... If you like a lot of kills, it was a lot... Like, a lot of people got murdered. Like, so I don't... If you like a high kill count, honestly, that might be for you.
I mean, after talking about it now, I might give it a once over. I really will.
Yeah.
I'm going to power through it. I'm going to grin and bear it.
Power through it, because I kind of want to watch it now that we're talking about it.
Fuck!
Or don't. Maybe we'll get Daryl. We'll try to make it.
This
is what we'll do. We'll act like, hey, this is a pretty cool movie. You should watch it with us. He's gonna be like, wait, what? He's gonna. I know the first 5 minutes. He's gonna be, what the fuck? Wait.
He's gonna say the same shit.
Why you lying?
Right. I know he's got the same. We're
gonna trick his ass. We'll wait for that.
Yeah, Daryl's probably gonna be like
fucking prude about it.
Try and be nice about it. Like it was. A movie I watched, yes.
Right.
I watched it. There were characters in it. Right. It had dialogue. People died. Yay! Like, we're trying to be very PC about it. But alright, next on our list of movies you don't know. Rescue Dawn. Rescue Dawn came out in 2006, so 14 years ago. So still not early. This was right after, I want to say, he got done doing Equilibrium. I think they came out the same year, though. But, so Christian Bale plays a character. He's a fighter pilot for the military. Just a regular job. He's flying over a place. He might drop a bomb. He might shoot some people. Who knows? He's just flying over. Nothing crazy.
Killing people.
Yeah, pretty much. This is around the Vietnam War. So he's flying over a certain spot he doesn't know was heavily enemy fortified. And they shot his plane down. Well, later they find him, kidnap him, obviously. He becomes a war prisoner. At a camp with other fellow war prisoners that are obviously treated terribly. Like, at night, they're all tied down to, like, a stick of wood. Like, it's crazy as shit.
Jesus.
Like, their arms are crossed over their chests, and every other person is handcuffed to the other person, laying on their backs, and then their legs have a giant board on top of them, tying them down so they can't move. So they can't move, they can't readjust. Like, it's the most uncomfortable nap you've ever had in your life.
God damn. Are they outside?
Terrible. Yeah, it's mostly outside. It's like little huts. No, they're not. They're like in a hut.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in a hut. They get
that's a bonus.
Terrible food. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Well,
that's fucked
in
up.
the film he gets out. So it's let me see what this says here. Combat pilot who escaped a brutal Laotian prison camp during the Vietnam War, and as a result is kind of gonzo art house Rambo movie. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it really is intense. Really fucking intense. Steve Zahn is in it, who's a great actor.
He is great. Oh my god. So talented.
IMDb that because there's one actor in there particular that I really like, whose name escapes me. Oh, I gotta remember it.
I have a war movie.
Damn it! I can't remember his name. He was just a voice actor in a really good game. God damn, I can't remember his name. Rescue Dawn.
Is he white, black?
He's in a brilliant actor. Jeremy Davies. Fuck me, Jeremy Davies. God damn it. I love this guy. So, it's got Steve Zahn, Christian Bale, Jeremy Davies. Who else is noteworthy? That's it. I guess a good name. A couple other people. Yeah, 3's good. I'm gonna try and find one more I might know. Craig Gallis. I don't know who that is. Ooh, Evan Jones. He's a good one. He was a pilot. Oh yeah, that's about it. Really, 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 really good cast. Really good cast. But it's directed by Werner Herzog. They actually said something about it. Actor Christian Bale and director Werner Herzog are both known for going to extremes for their work. But the two together in this incredible but true, this is a true story, it's based on a true story.
It's a true
survival story of a downed combat pilot who escaped a prison during Vietnam and Laos.
Oh, okay, that's hot.
Yeah. But Jeremy Davies, for those that don't know, was in the HBO special of the movie, which I should have put this on my list. I still might. What's that movie called? Laramie Project. The Laramie Project. Yeah. Did you do 10 Years Later with me? No, it's an awesome play. So, Laramie Project 10 Years Later is about Matthew Shepard, who was at a bar and leaves with some guys who then try to rob him, but then tie him up and beat him with a pistol so bad that he was in a coma and died. Jeremy Davies plays one of the actors, playing an actor in the movie, which I really want to find out. I really hope they have it at the library. I might go check it out. That is one of the people that is talking about the Matthew Shepard incident, and he's now a professional actor. But I mean, this was like in the 90s, like early 90s. But and obviously everyone knows Christian Bale from American Gangster or American Hustle. Equilibrium. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely check Equilibrium out. It's an awesome movie. American Psycho. Holy fucking yeah! He's been in a few movies that are like have American in it. It's kind of funny.
What about that one, Terminator Salvation or Gemini or what? Genesis or something?
He wasn't in Genesis, but he was in
Salvation.
I think he was, and that was the fourth one. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me look.
They all suck after the second one.
Yeah. That's actually one of 4 films actually supersede the first film was Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Yeah. There's like 4 or 5 other movies that superseded their predecessor film.
Boo.
As a sequel. I'm trying to think. He was in Hostels. He's just been in everything.
He was in Hostel? Isn't that a horror movie?
No, Hostels. It's a war film. It's a 19th century war film. Come on, damn it. Vice. I want to see Vice. Oh, I did see Vice. He was Dick Cheney, duh. Big Short, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups was intense. It was really intense. Well, I need to scroll down here. Because he did not have a good working relationship. Oh, Equilibrium was 2002. Excuse me, I was wrong.
Who didn't have a good working relationship? Christian Bale?
Yeah, Christian Bale.
Big surprise.
Yeah. Now, this was with his director, though.
I remember when he yelled at Peter Griffin.
Did he? Oh, yeah, shut up! That's so fucking funny.
Oh my god.
Prestige, I'm Not Here, Dark Knight. Yeah, you're right. It was Salvation. Yeah. The at the time director. I forgot Anton Yelchin was in that.
Oh fuck yeah.
He's such a good actor. He died.
I remember. Yeah.
He was only like 27, I think. He was young. What am I looking for?
I don't know, honey. But
director's MCG. That's his fucking name.
MCG. That's his stage name. I don't know.
What the fuck? It's a stupid name.
His menu name.
Anyway, they had a terrible working relationship, but I don't particularly think it being Christian Bale's exclusive. I don't think Christian Bale started the fight. It wasn't a physical fight. They were just yelling at each other. MCG was trying to de-escalate and say, what do we need to do? Do we need to take a break? Can we take a break? No, I want to get it done. Let's fucking get it done. I'm ready. And he was just fucking freaking out. He just had... it was a very extensive. It was like 5-6 days a week, 14-hour days filming.
Okay.
Constant. Anyone put under that kind of pressure, especially with these big budget movies, it's stressful. It's a very stressful film, and I get it. You made $10 million doing this film. You're spoiled, and you're just doing a movie. Get over it, whatever. But still, it's very stressful. He's still a human being, and he had a hard time with the material.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that it was a difficult job. It was just physically demanding, and very, very like draining.
I get that.
6-7 days a week, 14-hour days. Yeah, you're gonna fucking snap. You're gonna go fucking nuts, and they're trying to pump out these films, and
I don't know why that is.
Canned in 3 months, edited in 6. Like, what the fuck? No fucking way. It's such, especially with these bigger budget films. Like, imagine like one of the Jurassic Park films if they had filmed it in 30 days.
Oh right.
No fucking way. No fucking way. That's basically what they were trying to do. They were trying to cram what should have been close to 6 months of filming into like 2.5, 3 months. So you have to double everything. You have to double down on everything. Mm-hmm. Everything's got to be doubled down. It's very physically demanding. And with that being said, he literally was in the middle of a tough scene, crazy scene, whatever, a lot going on. And then he looks up and there's some guy on a ladder fixing a light. And he's like, that's so unprofessional. That's so fucking unprofessional. I'm trying to focus on this and do this. There's some fucking guy fixing a light. Like, the world's over and he's fixing a light. Like, you know what I mean? It was kind of one of those moments. It was really, really funny. So to Christian Bale's credit, he was just stressed out. And just any little thing would have made the guy snap. He needed a break. He needed a nap. He needed a decent meal.
People wasn't taking care of him.
Yeah. So but that also goes with the rest of the crew. But
but he just was really pushed that day.
Yeah, for sure.
Wasn't he the lead? Maybe he had more responsibility and pressure. I don't know.
So Sam Worthington was more the lead. It was centered around Sam Worthington's character, who was a hybrid Terminator, but he didn't know. He was predominantly human-based, but had all machine interiors.
Wow.
So with the exception of like his brain and spine, everything else was steel.
Huh.
Kind of, sort of. But so Christian Bale was more of a supporting, but they were both leading characters. But
a lot of screen time.
Yeah. Sam Worthington had more screen time. Yeah, because it was centered around him and how they try to shut down Skynet, that kind of thing. So.
You got another movie?
I do, absolutely. So, from Rescue Dawn to, I think this is my last one, Rules of Attraction. This has such a good fucking cast, dude. It's got James Van Der Beek, along with, I gotta look it up, because I forget.
Amanda Bynes? No, I'm kidding.
It might be. Who the fuck knows?
No.
Search. Rescue Dawn delete.
Rules is RUL. No.
Oh, thank you. I'd be forgetting shit, man. So it's got James Van Der Beek, Ian Somerhalder, who's a brilliant actor. That was one of his breakout performances. Shannon Sussman, Jessica Biel. Yeah, Biel's in that shit.
Hey.
Kit Pardue is in it. Kit Pardue plays a pretty cool little character in there. Kate Bosworth, Jay Baruchel, who does a lot of Seth Rogen films. He was in How to Train Your Dragon. He was a voice actor in that. Who else? Ooh, Clifton Collins Jr. plays a drug dealer in that. He's fucking hysterical. He is so fucking funny. Who else is in that shit that I would know? Fred Savage? And Eric Stoltz. Eric Stoltz was in Quentin Tarantino film.
Hey.
But yeah, Fred Savage. I forgot Savage was in that shit. So huge cast. And... oh, that's just Paul Williams. Never mind. Yep. Huge cast. Awesome fucking cast. So it's about let me see. Upon its release, the cheeky adaptation of Bret Easton Ellis's novel, so you might like this, about a group of bored, privileged college kids led by James Van Der Beek, who is also a drug dealer. He's really fucking funny. Was known as the movie where Dawson turns devilish. James Van Der Beek from Dawson's Creek was fucking incredible. It was, oh my god, he was such a fucking, like, incredible character in that movie. He was funny, he was witty, he was nuts, he was insane, he got his ass beat, he would treat people like shit. He was so fucking cool.
Sounds like he was pretty charismatic.
Yeah. These are a lot of rising stars, too. So, again, Jessica Biel made her money off that. Kate Bosworth made her money off that. They're all standout performers now. Ian Somerhalder, who had a great fucking character in that when he was a bed hopping bisexual student. So he was really sweet in that. So I think you'd like that. He tries to do some bed hopping in the film, but not really like what you would think, unless I'm thinking of someone else. It doesn't really matter. But just an all-around incredible film. It's literally like this like coming of age story where like this one guy is trying to get out of like this drug debt that he has from this dude, and he's trying to like figure out his life, and then all these other subplots. So it's very much it's almost like a college anthology. It really is, because you see so many different levels of people's lives throughout this whole thing. It's actually really intense. Jessica Biel just kind of plays like this little slut. It's kind of like nasty little bitch. Her character wasn't all that. It was just your typical college girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Basic.
Yeah, absolutely. Same with Papayas, the one guy I mentioned. His same thing. Just a guy that just does whatever he wants, has sex, doesn't really give a shit, doesn't really have a lot going. Good acting, just they're basic characters. Let me see here. Sean Bateman, the character played by James Vanderbeek, is the younger brother of the infamous Patrick Bateman, the main character of American Psycho, a film also based on a novel by Bret Easton Ellis. I did not fucking know that! That's fucking sweet. Roger Avery explains that one of his favorite parts of the film is watching the snowflake land on Sean Bateman's eye corner and melt.
Oh, okay.
The symbolism of a man that is so cold inside that the world's conscience sends out a flake of snow to force a tear where they should naturally spill forth.
Jesus. Wow, that's cool.
That is really intense.
That was worded very well.
Yeah. Oh, no way. All right. The end of the world party scene was filmed on the 11th of September, 2001. That's fucking creepy. That's fucking creepy.
That is.
Holy shit.
Scary as fuck.
Yeah. Here we go. Musician Marilyn Manson was quoted as saying that his favorite thing in the movie is the sign on Victor's dorm room reading, "Victor, tests came back positive. Be careful." When asked why he liked that particular bit so much, he said it was because Kit Pardue was dating his ex-girlfriend. That's it. Oh yeah, I forgot they dated. Yeah, that's funny. I forgot they dated. 2013. This is Bret Easton Ellis's favorite adaptations of his work. My favorite movie out of the 4 was The Rules of Attraction. I thought it was the only one that captured the sensibility of the novel in a cinematic way. I know I'm sounding like a film critic on that. Thank you. But I'm talking about that in an emotional way. As the writer of the novel, I watched the movie and thought they got it in a way that Mary Harron, director of American Psycho, didn't, and Less Than Zero didn't. Did, and Less Than Zero didn't. Oh, whatever. When the production couldn't afford George Michael's Faith, Roger Avery sent the musician a letter asking if he could lower the price. Michael gave them the song for free. Oh, cool.
Lower it.
Nice. Look at that. Christian Bale turned down an offer to reprise the role of Patrick Bateman. Ooh, of course he did. Of course he did. I don't think Christian Bale does sequels. The exception of Terminator, but that was like, he wasn't a part of the other movies. That would be interesting.
And Dark Knight.
I need to read more Bret Ellis shit.
Yeah.
Bret Easton Ellis, because he wrote the book, but actually a girl directed the film, American Psycho. If you can believe that. Well, that is my list. So, quick recap. We've got Blue Valentine, awesome movie. Dark City, The Gambler. Idiocracy, hysterical. Murderball, great documentary. Rescue Dawn, Rules of Attraction. Lamar.
Also, Doom Generation, Neverland, Devon's Ghost. And I want to add one more because you mentioned...
Yeah, do it.
You mentioned that Vietnam War thing, and it reminded me of Casualties of War. I don't know how many people know about that movie. Starring...
I haven't seen it in a very long time. Right. I haven't seen it in a very long time.
Starring Michael J. Fox, John Leguizamo. Yeah, it was pretty messed up. What basically happens is Michael J. Fox is he's with his unit in Vietnam, and I guess they get disconnected from the rest of the army people, and they have to find their way back, I guess, or something.
Does a girl get raped in this?
Yeah. Okay. They go to a Vietnam village and they kidnap a girl because they lose their minds. I think something about the heat. One of them, Sean Penn. I think he's
Sean Penn and John C. Reilly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And John Leguizamo's in it too. Yeah, they're like his little
They all made their bread on that.
Yeah, they all made their bread. They kidnapped this. They act like they're so fucking horny or whatever. So they kidnapped this girl from this village. They pull her from her fucking family and just kidnap her. And throughout the whole movie, they just travel with her and then they just rape her. Michael J. Fox, he tries to not make it happen, but they act like they're gonna shoot the fuck out of him. So he kind of has to. And then he checks on her. I think they bashed her teeth in and shit. They were fucking monsters. They did a number on her. Like, that was terrible. And then when they finally get back home and stuff, they, you know, get their medals or whatever. But Michael J. Fox is like, this is fucked up. This is wrong. He goes to his CEO, and then CEO is like, fuck you, fuck it happened, whatever. And then he goes to somebody else, another higher one, and they actually do stuff about it. Yep. They actually get on the ball, and then the rapist and murder. They ended up murdering her, or
I think she does that.
Yeah, they ended up murdering her because a Vietnam helicopter was tracking them or something. I don't know. But anyway, they ended up shooting her, and her scream when she dies on that bridge, fucking chilling. Yeah. It is so, that actress is really good. I don't even think she was an actress like that.
I don't know.
I think the part just came, it was just available.
Sure.
Something like that, I think. Because I have the commentary, so you know I like to watch commentaries and stuff.
What's the name of the movie?
Casualties of War. Right. So anyway, the rapist ended up going to prison, and Michael J. Fox, he feels better about it because the whole time that was happening, he had a wife and daughter at home, so he could really sympathize, or empathize with what the fuck was going on. He knew it was fucking wrong in general, so he was pissed about it. So like, you know, he gets to sleep at night because at least they go to jail. But
right,
and then later Eric
King is in it.
Right, he runs into a Japanese girl. I think it's just in his mind, it's a fantasy. She's like, it's okay. And then she just walks away. It was just a good ending, and the movie was good, and it was fucked up. Yeah, Ving Rhames was the CEO who was just like, let it go.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he told a pretty fucked up story about how his son was born in an all white hospital, and they didn't help his wife. So
he was only in this one movie.
It's just so much pain. Like, it's just so much pain, and this takes place in the 80s. Well, it was filmed in the 80s. And it was Michael J. Fox's like first non-comedy role, I think, or one of his. Yeah, so it was kind of a big deal for him in his career, and it was fucked up. It was really good.
I'm so glad you mentioned that movie. Yeah. It was a fucking intense.
It was intense and sad, and the score is really, really good
Great
too.
Music in it.
But yeah, they killed that girl, and her last scream was like really chill.
This is one of because Sean Penn also did, because he was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Which was a comedy, like, buddy stoner film. So this is, like, one of Sean Penn's movies where he started breaking out into more
dramatic roles.
Exactly, yeah. So he started doing more serious
Sean Penn was the ringleader of raping her. And
he was. He was fucking
the monster. He was
terrible.
He bullied the other bitches into doing it, and Michael J. Fox's character was the only one who was like, no, fuck that. You're fucking crazy.
I'm so glad you brought up this movie.
Yeah, right?
So I watched a documentary about the movie. It was a behind the scenes kind of movie. And Michael J. Fox was like, I can't say it's been a pleasure, but it's definitely been a privilege when he was done.
So classy.
Yeah, because he was like, although it was a great film, great writing, it was a difficult project for everybody. The material was difficult. Yeah. The material was very, very difficult. The performances were so intense. It was... especially for someone like Michael J. Fox, it does like sitcoms and rom-coms and cameos.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Yeah,
exactly. More kid-friendly stuff to do this kind of content, especially working with someone like Sean Penn and John C. Reilly, who are both like brilliant actors. Like they're really, really intense actors. So, yeah, it was definitely one of his noteworthy films.
So that's not a movie I watch a lot, but it's really good. Right. It's so sad though, but it's
a nice
something you should watch
movie.
Once at least, because
it's check that out.
Something you should watch.
Really pushes a lot of boundaries.
It reminds you of what really happens during war times. You have to be reminded of that type of stuff.
I think so. Yeah, we need to look in our past so we know what to avoid, I guess, like in some way.
Not to repeat,
Exactly, yeah. So the last thing we need to do is repeat mistakes. Not that anyone should have to be told not to rape someone. Obviously, you don't fucking rape people, but... I think that raping, not to excuse, because I know that's happened for sure, not to excuse anyone from doing anything like that, but sometimes, not for everyone, that's kind of a symptom of their environment. Is being that extreme. Think of people that have never killed anyone, that have maybe been in a couple of dumb, stupid fist fights with their friends, but that's it. And then going over to war and having to like stab someone to death and having to fight and shoot and kill and hunt. And even for someone who does hunting regularly, like killing deer, going into the field with a gun and a knife and having to kill people that have families, that are brothers and sisters and fathers, it puts you out there. It really puts you out there mentally, and it's very, very tough to come back.
And I want to say, in the beginning of the film, it was like a little battle, and the only black character with the unit, he died. And I wonder if he had survived, if all that had kind of went down, it was leading to that. I wonder if him and Michael J. Fox could have got them to calm down and not do it. Because they really liked that black character, that black soldier who had died. They really liked him. They seemed to be really cool with him and to respect him. And I wonder, like, if he had survived, if they would have went down that route.
That's an interesting theory.
So I was like, yeah. But yeah, they killed the black guy first. But yeah, that's just a really good film.
80s movie. Fucking 80s film. But Ving Rhames, sorry.
Yeah, Ving Rhames was in it too.
Good man. I like him. He's a good actor. He's a really good actor.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That was a good ending. Oh, well, I think we can end it there. I love you guys. Always a pleasure letting you listen to us. Yeah, definitely make sure to check out our YouTube. Definitely check out our YouTube for new episodes. Our podcast is obviously on Anchor, Spotify, all the good ones, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Check us out. Or Actors Lounge Podcast. So make sure to support us. Give us a like and a smile. Tell your friends about us. We post every Wednesday and Friday. So every Wednesday and Friday you can catch new episodes. Or twice a week. We always look forward to telling you guys about what we like about film and what we don't fucking like about film. It's Shane Nicholas saying goodbye.
Bye, you guys.
Fuck off. We're done. Hold on, let me exit this. Ooh, we got an hour and 15 minutes. Not bad. See ya.